What a long, strange trip it's been. 200 episodes of the Unnamed Real Estate Podcast, condensed down to about 20 minutes. Well, hi there. My name is Charles Ray Dawson. I am the Associate Broker Residential Sales Manager at ProStar Realty. This is the Unnamed Real Estate Podcast, episode 200. And you think after 200 times I'd be able to rattle that off without flubbing it. But what can you say? So hope you guys are all having a good week. It is the week after Thanksgiving, and I am back in town. Went up north, visited the family, drove through Utah, encountered what I call a Mormon roadblock, which is one minivan passing another minivan, and one's going 10 miles under the speed limit, the other one's going 9.5 miles out of the speed limit. But I don't know. Get back to handcarts, guys. So anyways, I am back. We are kicking this all off. This is episode 200, and this is a very special episode of the Unnamed Real Estate Podcast, which is funny because we had one of those that some longtime viewers might remember. So I wanted to do a wrap-up of the last 200 episodes. So I've been sitting here going through, I keep a lot of them on this. Strangely enough, every time I wanted to call out one specific one, it wasn't on there, so a couple times I had to go to YouTube and download and try to screen capture off of YouTube. So quality is going to be a little off and on in this thing. I just so you guys know, I do sound balance this thing. Some of you guys might notice that the audio of the bumper music, which is from Akira the Dawn, Grateful to the Gods, strongly recommended. All right, is go at a different volume level. Mostly I do that because I don't want to blow you guys out. Then the teaser, that part the intro bit, I amplify a little bit, then I bring down the bumper music, and then I bring up the voice, right? So on these various clips, you're going to have different sound quality. In some cases, video quality, and we'll cover that. So you might not want to be listening to this one in headphones because I don't want to deafen you all of a sudden. But you might want to keep your finger on that volume control because every word I say is audible gold. We all know that. So, but where have we been? We started this back on February the 3rd, 2021 with the very, very first video. All right. And I call it episode 0. And it was just me doing a proof of concept test, and this was an office ago. So I'm going to throw this clip in so you can see what I got going on there. One of the questions I'm getting all the time is this a hot market? Is this a seller's market? Is it a buyer's market? It is so much a seller's market right now. It's so crazy. My next door neighbor's daughter left her Barbie playhouse out front. Overnight, she woke up the next morning, she had 3 cash offers on it. It is absolutely insane. All right. So, and that was just it. Me talking. That's like the first one I really, really did where I am on camera. And I find it... Okay, so Saturday I'm driving back. I'm in Wickenburg. And we stopped to use the bathroom and grab some Arby's. And I look down and there's a text from the broker. And he's like, can you be into the office Tuesday at 9 o'clock for a webinar? And, my Generation X brain just flips. All right, because my Generation X brain is like 9 o'clock. Because it's 9 o'clock on a Tuesday morning. There's no reason to be in the office because, it's the internet, boys and girls. We can all work from home. And because we're in the middle of domestic crisis. I'm just coming back from this trip. We had a wash machine blowout. I'm trying to figure out how to schedule the wash machine. I had a repair guy come out and look at it like the day before, and it was not repairable. So all day Monday, I'm going to be trying to secure a new wash machine. I'm going to try to get delivered Monday. What happens if they can't deliver it Monday? It's going to have to be Tuesday. Now I've got to be at the office on Tuesday at 9 o'clock. Why does anybody have to be at the office at 9 o'clock? This is the 21st century, boys and girls. So Sunday I give him a call, and it's like he has a webinar. Now, my brain was thinking He needs somebody there to set up the big screen TV, probably for commercial, because none of those people know how to work a computer. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Why can't Jessica do it? She gets paid for this kind of stuff. And it turned out that he just wanted me to be on this, watch the webinar. So I explained to him everything that's going on. I was like, hey, is there any reason why I can't watch this from home? No, I'll send you the link. Okay, so Tuesday, I am watching a webinar, which is a glorified infomercial of a person who's telling you very sincerely the new future of real estate is direct marketing through video. You need to have your own video. You need to have scripts. You need my product for $797 that will teach you how to do video. And I'm just thinking, okay, what does this woman have that I don't? I can think of two things off the top of my head, okay? All right. And the other thing was peroxide hair. The other thing that she had was actual professional videographer who was recording her occasionally wandering into the shot and handing her stuff and helping her through. She wasn't very good. Okay, just my opinion. I could tell that she was reading a script. She had like a teleprompter again because she kept glancing over. She get lost a lot. Not the quality entertainment that you get watching me, because I don't use scripts. I'm just doing this thing mostly off the top of my head. I do have notes so I can keep track of everything that's going on. And at the end of the day, I'm like sitting there going, wow, everybody's doing it now. Now they're teaching how to do videos and seminars. And that's usually a sign when the marketing campaign that you are using or thinking of using is run its course and it's time to move on to something else. It doesn't mean I'm going to be getting done with these videos. I might need to do some retooling on this since everybody else is doing it. But I was just really sort of grumbly afterwards. It's like, I don't know what I have to do. Go, change my pronouns and get silicone enhanced and stuff like that so I can get the viewership that she got. Because that's the other thing. Looking through this thing, looking at what my most popular videos are and what my least popular videos are, the ones that I like do not get the traffic that the ones where it's like literally just the title. My best video count is like 174 views, and it was the one that I set called Lo-Fi. So obviously people just searching for Lo-Fi and that popped out. And you can also tell when you look at the metrics is like they dropped it like in 10-15 seconds. And like saw my face, this ain't Lo-Fi, just dropped it off. Had some other ones that came in pretty good that I was more comfortable with. But this is what we've been doing, or I've been doing. Started it at the old office on 23rd. Then just sort of progressed from there. All right, you guys might actually remember this logo right here. This is the logo I used to use. All right, really early on, you can see that sort of light green color right on the back. And that was just basically because I was running under the assumption, oh my God, everything marketing has to have your broker quickly shown within X amount of seconds. Otherwise, the Association of Realtor, blah, 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 doom, doom, doom. And then by now I just like, nobody does that. Nobody does that. All right. It's like any other things that the, Arizona Department of Real Estate is supposed to enforce, but doesn't. They don't enforce. Now, they might enforce against me because ProStar Realty is small brokerage, all right, as opposed to HomeSmart, huge brokerage, but bring it. I'm a little salty over these things. But so we looked at the very first one. A couple episodes in, we went, okay, and you guys might remember this guy. All right. And this is what I did with that guy. And now for Weasels of the Week. Sponsored by Name Covered Up to Protect the Guilty. Remember that? That one was actually a lot of fun, and probably could have continued on with the Weasel of the Week. I thought that was useful and entertaining, and definitely something I could get into going. But I just quit getting the good mailers, good stuff to really, really work with. Most of the weasels in real estate right now are involved in politics. or National Association of Realtors. All right, that's besides the point. A couple other things that we did on this. I started introducing the numbers with the circles and everything. And, hey, we might as well just get those out of the way. All right? Because here are the numbers for December 5th, 2024. All right, actives this week are 21,114, which is down 477 from the week before. Our new listings are 1,260, down 518. We are looking at new contracts. We're at 1,540, down 360. Our closings were at 1,112. Coming soon to an MLS near you is 405. This is the seasonal holiday doldrums. Now, a couple things here. Our supply is up to 89. Our demand is at 77.1. That actually went up compared to last week, which is odd. And our Crawford report number is 86.6, which is the same number it was last week. Now, a couple things I wanted to point out to you is that from a contract to house sale ratio, we are at the lowest contract to house sale ratio since 2009. And we all know what we were doing back in 2009, right? But we have Chandler still leading the pack and climbing, all right? The Crawford number right now is at 135.3. Leading in the seller's market is Fountain Hills, Scottsdale, Phoenix, and Avondale, and Cave Creek just squeaking in there. All right, our balanced markets right now are Glendale, Tempe, Paradise Valley, don't care, they're rich, Gilbert, Mesa, and then Peoria just squeaking in, and then our hardcore buyers market, our surprise Goodyear, Queen Creek, and Maricopa, and I'm so sorry for Buckeye. So, and started going to that. I remember we had a conversation out there about how I used to like to listen to the farm reports, which is sort of where I get the cadence and patter when I'm doing those numbers. Then an event happened. Episode 52 was my very first wrap-up. Okay, that had been 52 weeks. That had been 1 year of recording these things. And then for my birthday, a client got me this graphic. And this is a graphic that you see that I use constantly. The graphic that I used before I couldn't find a really good copy of, but it was a teal with just the outline of my face and then the glasses that were cleared out. All right, and just look at that number. Actives 4,217. That was back in the day. All right, so other things we can go on as we talk about this. All right, let's talk the Halloween episode. I like that one. Is this house haunted? On today's Unnamed Real Estate Podcast. This is Ray's bitter disappointment. Yeah, I can't remember the garage that I did that setup in. All right, I just knew I had to find a garage. I had to make sure the lights was out. Did the whole setup in that. Did that reveal. Whole bunch of work, and looking back on it, not a lot of views, guys. What else were we talking about? Right about then, we were in the middle of the vid. Right, so you guys might remember. Let's see. There's an episode that I did when I had COVID. We had the moratoriums for rent. We used to talk about that. We used to talk forbearances. We used to talk about the forebears all the time. And then once upon a time, just to wrap the whole thing up, okay, we had the episode with Pepper the Wonder Dog. Guys, remember Pepper? She's still around. She just doesn't get brought into the office as much as she used to. So here's the episode with Pepper.
Hey, Pepper. How you doing today? You want to do some cold calls? You want to do some Popeyes? You sure? You want to go get a listing? Let's go get a listing.
Hello, my name is Ray Dawson. This is the Unnamed Real Estate Podcast, and this is Pepper. Pepper, look at yourself. See yourself right there? Aren't you beautiful? So, go! There you go.
I think it was W.C. Fields who says actors should never work with children or animals, and I think I disproven half of that statement correct. Anyway.
All right, so let's see. What do we have after Pepper? Let's see. Got the new wrap up. Did that whole series on the contracts. You guys might remember that. Did the whole series on the history of Arizona. Right. Did the movie reviews where I caught my very first copyright strike for using the clip from American Beauty. And actually, it was not the studio that gave me the copyright strike. It was the person who wrote the music for that scene. Apparently, he's got that thing pretty much locked down now. That's when I could have fought, because that is literally the definition of fair use. But they make it very, very complicated for single people to go after, hey, that was fair use. All right. If they had anything but an algorithm doing that, any human being with a pulse could have figured that out. But hey, they didn't. So what else do we got going on? Other big episodes I've noticed that the ones that came in with most viewers, stuffing about inflation. Once I said T-72s in the street, and I used that as a title, and apparently a lot of people were interested in T-72s in the street. Go figure. So I'm really trying to stay away from the clickbaity headlines and everything like that. This show is basically, I tell people about it, or other people tell people about it, or you like, share, and subscribe, especially on the sharing side. That's how I get exposed to more people. And now that the statute of limitations is up, I can go back to exposing myself to people. About 3 people watching the show just got really, really excited. All right, so what else we got going on? Final things on this. The famous No Tears comedy skit that I did. I actually, it's funny how funny I try to be and how funny I'm not funny. All right, but I'm actually relatively proud with that one. I still show it to some agents, and the agents still laugh about it. So,
on the verge of getting my real estate license. Is that what everyone does when their dreams are crushed? I feel like that's like the only way out. I don't want to do that. Can you even picture me selling houses? Hi, welcome in. Here's the kitchen. Here's the bathroom. Do you like it? Do you want to buy it? This is my entire job, is just doing that, and then the other stuff that's boring.
Are you crying? There's no crying in real estate. We don't get to cry. There's no. We don't get to do that. There's no tears. There's depression. There's anxiety, crippling anxiety. There's existential dread. But we don't cry in real estate. No. We have to keep that all in. Because our clients cry. They cry when they get their new house. They cry when they lose their house. All right? And you're going to run in some pretty heinous shit out there, right? All right? You're going to walk into a bank-owned property and stuff like that, foreclosure for you civilians, and there's going to be somebody written on the wall. Lived in this house for 15 years, I was born here. These are the marks on the wall from where I grew up, and now the bank took my house away, and mommy and daddy are fighting. That's the stuff we get to live with. We don't get to cry. We take that all up, and we bottle it in, and we push it down, and we drown it in alcohol until eventually it kills us. Right? But no. We don't cry. No tears. No tears in real estate.
What does this mean to you? I'm 15 minutes of me talking. I promised you guys this is going to be 20 minutes long. Right, I wanted to show you one other things for you guys who remember. Plucky Little Pony is still here and needs things to talk about. So while you are, doing it, in the comments below, if you want me to cover something, right? It's like, hey, Ray, what about this? Do not make me go back to the book where we were doing the word of the week, and I would sit there and just open up the word and start talking about it. Although I'm thinking I might actually do that on Instagram or Reels. That was a thought I was having. Just expanding out. People, as their attention spans get smaller and smaller, they don't have time for a 20-30 minute long YouTube video unless you're an incel guy with nothing to do on a Friday night except play video games and listen to YouTube. I'm not calling myself out, but I'm calling myself out. But as attention spans get smaller, I might need to start doing smaller and smaller things, all right? Because people don't pay attention anymore, right? They don't pay attention to information. They don't pay attention to the world around them. They don't pay attention to children and pets around the pool. You knew I was going there. Right? They don't pay attention while they're driving. They drive into stuff flooded, and they shouldn't do that. Right? They need to pay more attention to their working their circles, and they need to pay attention to having a really, really good weekend. Thank you guys very much. I hope you like this show.